Hello everybody and welcome back to Faeria. You know, with a card like Primeval Colossus, along with so many interesting high health, low damage creatures, and blue cards such as Gabriel Enchantress and Gabriel Enchantment, you pretty much have to try and build a deck around the concept of high health, low damage creatures, at least once, right? You know, just try it once might be what all the deck pushers would be saying when trying to sell you this deck at some dark corner of a games convention. But other than that, I have dove right into this concept and tried to make a deck. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks like this. As I have a lot of high health creatures, I have to feed the forests to potentially get some good mana outcome or Faeria outcome. 3 Gabriel enchantments, 3 Living Willows, 2 Shamanic Dance to buff the health even further, 3 Sagami Warrior, interesting card I think, Ancient Boars, 2 of them, 3 Gabriel Enchantress, 2 Oaklings, 2 Deepwood Grizzlies, 2 Frogifies, 2 Possessed Ursus, 2 Primeval Colossus, Ruined Relentless and Tetra. And I have no idea if this will work, but it's interesting, so let's try it. Okay, here we go. The matchmaking once again isn't ideal. I've actually had quite a few games where I've been matched against either players very much more highly ranked than I, or the opposite. So yeah, I think this is decent. The Living Willow is a turn to play, so let's keep. I've either been matched against players ranked much higher than me or players ranked much lower. Could be a problem of low player population. Then of course the matchmaking will go outside of your own rank, but still it's a shame. And of course I shouldn't exaggerate either, because many matches are closely matched and good matchups. So that is often fine. Okay, so we'll go for this and end turn. Seedling is always a good card. So let's see if this is indeed a mono green deck or if this is a hybrid of some sort. Always interesting to see what lands come out. The opponent is thinking hard about this. Another forest. Okay. Great. A wood elemental, so a third forest. Okay, fine. Okay, this is excellent, I think. Sagami Warrior, yeah, could be a good play. I think that I will in fact place this here, and I'll place yeah, which on which side? We'll place Living Willow on this side and the Explorer card and the Sagami Warrior here. Fine, let's end turn. We can gather some Faeria next turn. The opponent is buffing the Seedling, or the Seedling is buffing itself, I should say. Now, let's see. Gathering Faeria, presumably the Seedling will want to come here. No, okay. Gabriel Enchantment, that is excellent for the Living Willow, so I can, with confidence, go up this file here. I'll gather some Faeria. I'll start to place down some lake tiles. And I'll go here. I won't play anything more this turn. I'll just end turn here. Okay, Freedom Fighter, fine. Might be time to use the Gabriel Enchantment next turn. Or Tetra. Tetra is also very good. Gabriel Enchantment and then Tetra would be the best, but that is in fact not doable here. That is not possible. So either only the Tetra or only the Gabriel Enchantment. Yeah, I think only the Gabriel Enchantment. That's the safe play here. I can play Tetra next turn, so I'll go up here, I'll use the Gabriel Enchantment, and we'll kill the Freedom Fighter there. Yeah, end turn. Now next turn I could try and make my way up here to be able to perhaps play Tetra a bit closer to the opponent's orb. What happens here? A Seed Sower? Ah, okay, so probably this will be blocked here. No? Okay. Then that is fine. That is indeed fine. I can... Yeah, I think that a Shamanic Dance, though it's a shame to waste the taunt, since this is already a taunt, but it does mean that it can survive a bout with the Seed Sower. So I think that it's not a bad play, and I do have another Shamanic Dance if needed. So yeah, I think I'll make my way up here. And here or here? Yeah, I think here is fine. I will use the Shamanic Dance. I'll go here and attack this. So that is fine. I think that I'll actually not play anything more this turn. I'll save my Faeria. I can play Tetra next turn here, close to the opponent's orb, and that is a good position, I think. Of course, the opponent has a lot of Faeria now. 11 Faeria, so anything could come. 4 cards in hand. Okay, let's see. I have an Ancient Boar as well, which is on the cheap right now. Okay, so Freedom Fighter, just to block me. Ah, okay. Wow, so the Freedom Fighter suicides into my creature there, but I think that's fine. Okay, so I do have Tetra. Since yeah, since the opponent is presumably mono green, there shouldn't be any really hard removal here. So I think that this is it's fine to put all my eggs in one basket, so to say, and let Tetra here buff herself. And then I can... yeah, I think the Sagami Warrior here is a good play, actually. I can perhaps come up and attack the Tiki Caretaker, which will mean that Sagami Warrior gets buffed. But I can either way come and gather some Faeria here. Yeah, so that's a good turn. Let's end. Let's see what happens. Groove Guardian, fine. I have no problem with that. I do have a Shamanic Dance as well. And can place an Ancient Boar here next turn. It's a shame that the Ancient Boar is not the best at the one-on-one with the Wood Elemental because of its 2 health and the Wood Elemental at 3, or the Ancient Boar is 2 attack and Wood Elemental has 3 health. Okay, so interesting. This might actually be a good opportunity for a Frogify. Just to be able to get rid of the taunt and attack the orb straight on, which means that I have potential for lethal next turn. I'll of course gather some Faeria, and I think that that's actually perfectly reasonable. Then the opponent will have 2 attack, 6, 8, so not quite enough to kill off the Tetra, but with a buff it could happen. It could happen. But without the Frogify, then we have 9, 11, so that's enough to kill Tetra. So I think that I'll actually use the Frogify there. Then I will not, in fact, do anything more about that. I will attack there. Can't really do anything more, but place an Ancient Boar there. I think that's fine. And end turn. Let's just see what happens. So with another Tiki Caretaker, for example, this the Tetra could be killed. So it might, yeah, it would perhaps have been better to spend the Faeria on the Shamanic Dance on Tetra. Let's see. Do the opponent have a Tiki Caretaker? That would be a shame. Or a Grove Guardian, okay. Okay. I'll have 5 Faeria next turn, so I don't have a huge deal to play around with. An Ancient Boar, okay. And a Seedling, okay, wow. So a lot of defense going on here. An Oakling doesn't help me at all right now, that's a shame. That is a shame. So this is in fact not quite enough to kill me if I actually block this tile here with my Ancient Boar. Then the Seedling cannot come here, cannot attack Tetra next turn, so then it would be enough to get rid of the Grove Guardian. This will get 1 attack next turn, so that's not a lot. And then the Shamanic Dance is a good play, I think. I'll move this up here, obviously. I'll use this turn to place 2 neutral tiles. There and there. I'll move this here. Use the Shamanic Dance. And I'll get rid of that. I'll let the Ancient Boar be and do its thing. And nothing else I can do, so let's just end turn. And let's see if the opponent indeed has another taunt creature. If not, this should be a win. Interesting. It's a shame I haven't had the opportunity to use a lot of the Gabriel enchantments. I've used 1, but I would like to use more. I mean, I have both the Gabriel Enchantress and the Gabriel Enchantments. I have 6 of those cards in my deck, and I think that's a fun mechanic actually. So I'd like to use it a bit more. But the game isn't over, of course. Anything could happen still. A wood elemental, okay, wow. So that is, in fact, the game is still on. Another taunt. And a forest tile there under Tetra. Okay, so okay, that's fine. The boar can't attack this ancient boar because Tetra is now a taunt creature. And a possessed Ursus. Well, first I'll obviously do this. Then the question is, do I in fact place the possessed Ursus here? Or perhaps the Oakling? I think that the Oakling is a better play, which could, if this game drags on for a bit longer, this last words effect could in fact give some benefit to the possessed Ursus. Another play could be I think card draw is fine actually, just to see. I mean, if I draw into a Frogify, then the game is done. Runin is always a great card, of course, and I will probably be able to, I will absolutely be able to get 5 Faeria next turn, perhaps 6 Faeria, so it might be safe in fact to place the Oakling down here anyway, and that will leave me 3 Faeria, and that should give me enough to play Runin next turn. So yeah, the Ancient Boar will just have to be, and end turn. Now it's quite possible that the opponent does not have another taunt creature, and if so, then of course Tetra could finish up the game, but nothing is over until it's over. But good job by the opponent, absolutely, holding on for this long. I think this might not be an entirely fair matchup. The opponent is lower ranked, but seems to play with basically the basic cards collection as well. So that this matchup might not be entirely fair, actually. But very good job by the opponent, as mentioned. So I could, of course, suicide the Oakling into the seedling here, but it will not gain me much. The seedling will not die, and the Oakling will. So it might be better, actually, to use Feed the Forest on the Oakling. Will give me net total of 4 Faeria, and I can play Runin or the Possessed Ursus. Actually, depending on which one gets buffed, we'll see. Feed the Forest. Oh, the Living Willow, 6/12 Living Willow. So yeah, I think we'll actually close the game by this. So we'll place the Living Willow there, we'll place Runin there, and this should be it. So let's see. Could have played the Possessed Ursus instead, of course, just to see it in action. It's an interesting card mechanic. I think I've never played the Possessed Ursus, so it would be fun to play it actually. Let's see if anything more comes out, but I'm having a hard time figuring out how this could be stopped, in fact. I don't think there's much that can be done. Yeah, that's fine. But still, the opponent manages to hang on for one more turn. Oh, okay, conceded. So, obviously, big thank you to my opponent. I think great game, and thank you for watching. Hope to see you again. Bye.